Hey, hey, Facebook. Hello, hello. All right, y'all know the drill. You all know the drill. I've got to share this on my page and turn my music off. I didn't realize I had my music so loud on my live stream. All right, so let me share this real quick and then we're going to get started. Share this to my page, post. Hey guys, if you're there, say hello. Say hello. Let's have a conversation today. Let's talk. I want to talk to you a little bit about why it is a must to increase your value, right? And how you increase your value and why you need to shift your mindset around investing in yourself, right? And I'm going to share with you from my perspective, from my experience, and just from what I have seen, right? And I have always felt it to be very important to invest in yourself, right? Like I've always held that mindset. But for me, it was around the concept of investing in yourself through, college, right? Going to school, right? And for those of you who do not know who I am, by the way, I'm Kendra of KendraKWoods.com. I am a mindset success coach for new female entrepreneurs who are spirit-driven, heart-centered, and who desire to have God as a foundation in their business. All right. So let's have this conversation about investing because number one, I may say something that may trigger you and make you mad. So I'm going to go ahead and just say that right now. And number two, it's an honest conversation that needs to be had. Okay. And so what I mean by, so let me just go back a little bit. Let me go back, rewind. All right. So my mindset around investing in yourself was along the lines of, let's say about 3 years ago. My mindset around investing in myself was to the extent of a college education, right? Going to college, getting a degree. So I went to college, got 2 degrees, and, I would invest in books and in reading books. I would invest in some seminars and programs that my job at the time would pay for, right? But when I made the decision to transition from employee to entrepreneur, I had some major shifting that I had to do, right? And my resistance to wanting to invest in myself was actually costing me precious time, all right? And so my very first, hey guys, let me know you're here, say hi. So my very first investment was when I decided to invest in for me at the time, a high-level mastermind, right? And in this mastermind, the whole point of it was to get you on the accelerated track of launching a business and getting yourself out there, doing all the back end systems that need to be in place, and setting you up so that you could then accelerate from there, right? And so my very first investment was like $10,000 in myself and in my business, right? And I mean, that's not something to just kind of, sneeze at, right? Like that's a significant investment. And it was one that I didn't take lightly. It was one that my husband didn't take lightly, but it was one that I knew at that point. I realized that, okay, if I'm going to get where it is that I want to go, if I'm going to get this business launched, if I'm going to get myself out there, if I'm going to, get the visibility that I need, if I'm going to understand how to work all the back office, logistics and programs and softwares and all that good stuff, then I need that support. I need someone to show me, okay, here's what you need to do. Now, could I have done that on my own and figured it out on my own? Absolutely, right? Absolutely, I could have done that. However, it would have taken me much longer. It would have taken me so much longer, okay? Because I do have the belief, and this belief is a bit deeper for me right now, that success leaves clues, right? So my first inclination is I'm watching this woman who is at a place where I want to be, who is sharing her message with the world, who's doing live events, who's speaking at, different venues, who is writing books, who's working with clients. And I'm thinking to myself, that's exactly what I am to be doing. That is exactly what my calling is, right? And so I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, well, I need to learn from her because she's done this before. She's doing it right now. And so I need her to help me. Okay. And at the time, it was, a wonderful investment. Now, I would probably do it a little bit differently today, but here's what I'm getting at. I was able to learn what it meant for me to, start really understanding my messaging. I was able to set up my back office, with my email marketing system, my sales page system, my, system that I use to collect from my courses and programs and clients, right? Like I was able to set all that up, and I would not have known how to do that. And I would have not have known how to what was the best program or software to use had I not invested in myself, right? And the other side of that is I'm all about mindset. So I was able to gain a little bit of the mindset behind what it meant to be an entrepreneur, right? What it meant to actually create the time to work on my business. Because, I hear and I see, a lot of people out there that are like, yes, I want to launch my business. I want to be in my business full time one day and all this good stuff, which is fabulous. And that is exactly, the route that you want to take, is you want to at some point be full time in your business, right? But they fall short of, well, I don't know where I'm going to find the time. Okay. And that's easy to fall into. I totally get that, right? Like, when I was working, it's like I was working, taking care of the house. I had kids, of course. I'm married. So, you have other facets of your life that you have to attend to, correct? But then what it comes down to is shifting your mindset to, okay, wait a minute. If I want this over here, if I'm saying that I want to have a business, if I'm saying that I, want to work with clients and I want to put myself out there, if I'm saying I want to write a book, if I'm saying I want to speak at events, then I've got to figure out how to shift my mindset from, ooh, I don't have time, to how can I create the time, right? And so that was a really big mindset shift for me, and only received that because I put myself in a room with other like-minded individuals, and I gained mentorship and coaching from somebody who was already there, right? Now, I'm going to give you some backstory on kind of how this topic came to me and why I really, really wanted to talk about this today. If you guys are there, say hi. I would love to know who's watching with me, or who is joining me. This thought came to me because over the past few days, I've been getting messages about my course that's currently open, Breakthrough Bootcamp, right? And I been getting questions about, what is it about, or, oh, I'm interested. But what I keep hearing is I'm interested, but I'm not at a place where I can invest right now in myself and my business, however you want to put it, right? And essentially, it's an investment in yourself and it's an investment in your business. And it's one of those things that I get very passionate about because I know why it's so important to invest in yourself, right? And the thing is, when you make the choice to not invest in yourself, when you say, well, I'm not going to do it, or I don't have the money, or I'm going to put it off, or, I'll wait until I reach this certain point and then I'll do it, you're setting yourself up, number one, for it to take you exponentially longer than what it would take if you would invest in yourself, and you could potentially be setting yourself up for failure, all right? And here's what I mean by that. A lot of the women have a desire to launch their business here real soon, or they're already in their business and they're creating content, they're creating, products and programs and all that good stuff, right? But the thing is, when you're working with clients, when you're putting yourself out there, you are exchanging your energy and your value with your clients, right? So as I'm sitting here talking to you right now, there is like an exchange that's taking place, right? There's an energetic exchange that's taking place between me and you right now. You're listening to me. You're seeing my energy. You're either resonating with me or you're not resonating with me. And I'm providing you something of value, right? And so there's an exchange going on. So if you look at it from the standpoint of, what you put out is what you get back, it's the same thing when you're investing. You can't expect somebody to come to you as a coach, a speaker, an author, or whatever, and say, hey, I want to invest in your programs, yet you're not willing to do the same thing for yourself, right? And it's a conditioned response that we have because we're so used to, well, you invest in yourself through, formal education, through college, through things of that nature. But the minute someone says, oh, invest in yourself through this course or through mindset work or through, working with a coach or whatnot, we throw our hands up and we resist it. Okay. And I'm going to share with you a little lesson around money. A lot of the main reason why a lot of folks won't invest in themselves is because it comes down to money, right? You see the price tag and you're just like, ooh, I don't know how I'm going to make that. I don't know, I can't afford that. I don't know how I make that happen. And so your brain immediately goes into every single excuse as to why you can't make it happen, right? And if that is the mindset and if that is your energy, that energy of scarcity, oh, I don't have enough, or I don't know how I'd ever make that happen, or, I can't do that right now. If that is your mindset, then that's also your energy that you're operating from. And then you're going to take that energy and put it into your business, right? And put it into your programs and your courses, and then push it out to the universe, to the people, and say, hey, buy my stuff. But your energy that comes across is, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. What do you think is going to happen when somebody comes to you and says, hey, I'm interested in your course. Tell me a little bit about it. What can I expect? I have some questions. You're going to unconsciously repel that because you've set the belief in yourself that you don't have enough. You set the belief in yourself that you have to wait until you reach a certain point. You set the belief in yourself that you can't have it right now, right? So that includes everything, right? Not just what it is that you're looking to invest in, but also when people are looking to invest in you and in your programs, you're sending out that energy exchange, right? And so it's a real, this is one of those topics that triggers people because, people will say, well, I don't have the money for that. How are you going to try to tell me to invest in something when I don't have the money? Or how are you going to try to tell me that, it's important for me to invest in myself when I'm just starting out my business and all this good stuff, right? But the thing is, when you work with somebody who's already been there, who's overcome the hurdles, who's gone through the work, who's done the work for you, you get to your destination quicker, right? Because when I made that investment in my self and in my business last year, I got my business launched. Literally, I went to that event in the beginning part of May, and I launched my business at the end of May. Done. Right? Now, had I not have went there and learned the information I learned and recognized the techniques and understood the techniques and knowing what I needed to do, had I not done that, it would have taken me 6 months to possibly a year of preparing, of doing the preparation work to launch my business, right? And so investing in ourselves accelerates our progress. It accelerates where it is that we want to be, right? What else? There was a thought and I completely just went out of my mind. So anyway, essentially, here's what else I was going to say. It also comes back to how bad you really want it, right? How committed are you to your goal? How committed are you to up-leveling? How committed are you to, expanding your business? How committed are you to stepping into the higher version of you, the 2.0 version of you? How committed are you in that? Okay. And that is going to show up when you're presented with an opportunity, with a program, with something that can help you get to the next level, you're going to see what your level of commitment is, period. Because if you're committed to your growth, if you're committed to getting to the next step, if you're committed to doing the work, so to speak, then you will find a way to make it happen, right? And it always just fascinates me when we really, really want something, we will find a way to get it, okay? And I think about, us ladies. I'm going to pick on us for a minute. If we have a particular hairstyle that we want, like I remember, about a year or so ago, I was letting my hair grow out, and so I had weave-in. And I would think nothing of it for me to go to the hair shop and drop $200-$300 on getting my hair done, right? Because that was important to me. It was important for me to be able to put my hair up in a protective style, let my hair grow out, but still have, a beautiful style for me to present myself to work in, right? We look at handbags and shoes, and when we really want it, we will figure out how to get the money, how to create the money to get what it is that we want. But when we look at the things that are going to increase our value on the inside that maybe the outside world can't see, but you can feel, our mindset's a little different. And again, it goes back to our conditioning, right? Because we're conditioned to put all the beautiful things on the outside, right? But then we don't pay attention to what is going on the inside. We're not doing the work on the mindset. We're not doing the work on our belief system. We're not doing the work on, visualizing what it is that we desire to have. We're not doing the work to organize our thoughts and figure out why we are, creating the things in our life that we don't want, right? We're not doing the work to really hone in on our patterns that aren't serving us, right? But we would rather go out and buy something and put it on because people can see that. But what I want you to understand is, especially as an entrepreneur, the level and the amount in which you invest in yourself is the level and amount in which your business will grow, period. And that's just a fact. Right? Now, you may be able to go along in business and, not invest in anything and get yourself out there and have some success and make some money, right? But if you want to go to the next level, it's going to be inevitable. It's going to be crucial for you to invest in yourself. It's going to be crucial for you to get to the root of your money mindset to figure out, okay, why is it that I feel like, that money is a finite resource instead of an infinite resource, right? What is behind my money story where I feel like that, I always go into scarcity when I'm presented with an opportunity that could essentially accelerate me to the next level, right? It all comes down to your beliefs, your habits, and how you choose to think, right? Because at the end of the day, your beliefs and the belief system that you hold is going to dictate your actions. Period. So then it comes down to, okay, well, if that's the case, if my belief system and the beliefs that I hold around my own value, around money, around what it takes for me to succeed, if my beliefs are dictating my action and I want a different outcome, then I'm going to have to do something different in order to get that outcome. And that different that needs to be done is you taking the time to invest in yourself and doing the work. And I get, because I can be a very impatient person, right? Like, when I've got my mind set on something and I want something, it's like, I want it now. I don't want to wait. I don't want to, do all this over here. I just give it to me right now. Okay. And I'm willing to believe that there's many of you out there right now that are similar in nature. You know what you want it. Okay. Give it to me now. But here's something I want you to consider. If You were given exactly what it is that you want right now. So let's say, you're saying to yourself, well, I want my six-figure empire, right? I want my six-figure empire. I want to work with X number of clients a month. And let's just say that God says to you, oh, okay, that's what you want? Boom, here you go. And he gives it to you, bam, right then and there, he gives it to you. He gives you that six-figure empire that you've been asking for. He gives you the number of clients that you've been asking for every single month. Here's the thing. You would get it, and you would freak the heck out because you'd be like, oh my God, now what do I do with this? Now that I have it, okay, now what do I do with it? Where should I invest it? How should I use it? What needs to happen? And the reason that you would freak out and go there is because you weren't prepared for it. Right? You were not prepared for it. You did not do the preparation to get you there. You didn't do the mindset work and the inner shifts and the inner work that is needed to prepare you to be able to take on the responsibility of a six-figure empire, of working with, 5 or 10 clients a month, right? You weren't prepared for it. But see, where you're at now and where you're looking to be, where you're at now is you doing the work that is necessary to bring you closer to your vision. All right? And so it's all a journey. It's all a journey. But instead of thinking to yourself, well, you know what? I'm just going to work hard. I'm going to grind it out. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to stay up all night and do this. I'm going to, work weekends if I need to. Okay, you can do that. Burn yourself out. Be stressed out. Be frustrated. Be upset because the results aren't happening right now. Or you can choose the smarter route and say, okay, instead of me, burning myself out and stressing myself out and, not spending time with my family, instead of me doing that, let me see ways in which I can have my money work for me to get me where I want to be quicker. All right? Because and one thing that has been a shift for me as well is learning and understanding that my time is money. Time is money, right? And what I mean by that is looking at your day and looking at how you spend your time and really being honest with what it is you're doing with your time, right? Are you spending your time doing things that are not supporting your vision? Are you spending your time and energy doing things that somebody else could do so that you can then spend time working on your vision, right? Are you using your time to complain, stress out, and, fuss about that things aren't the way you want them to be? Is that how you're using your energy? How are you using your time? And so for me, for instance, I've come to the realization, I'm like, you know what? I need to hire a VA, right? I need to hire a VA. I need to hire an assistant to help me with my content distribution, because while this person is helping me distribute my content, while this person is helping me become more visible and doing, some of the back office work, I then get to take the time that I would have been investing in that, and I get to put it into creating content, creating courses, doing live streams like this where I'm able to connect with my community and my tribe, writing my book, right? All the things that I can do to create more income for myself in the long run. Okay. So yeah, maybe I'm investing in, this assistant right now, and I'm paying them, every 2 weeks or once a month or whatever. But that money will have a return because I'm now giving myself back several hours a week that I can then put into activities that are going to be income producing activities, right? The same thing with cleaning the house, right? That's my next thing. I'm like, I'm going to find me a housekeeper to clean my house twice a month, right? Or maybe once a month. I don't know yet. But that again frees up my time, because although I'm investing the money in that person coming to clean my house, instead of me spending 2 or 3 hours every single week cleaning, I can then take that time and I can invest it in one-on-one time with my daughter. I can invest it in working on my, finishing up my book. I can invest it in brainstorming and thinking of new programs and courses to create, things that bring value to my life, right? And so the same principle applies when it comes to investing in yourself. When you invest in yourself, you are going to create a return on your investment, 1, 2, 3, 4, exponentially down the road, because you're going to learn new concepts. You're going to up-level your thinking. You're going to push yourself outside of your comfort zone. You're going to learn new ways of being, new ways of showing up. You're going to learn more efficient ways of doing things. You're going to learn how to really step into being the woman that you need to be for that vision you have down the road, right? Which means you close the gap on where you are now and where you want to be, right? So we've got to learn how to think about investing in ourselves in a different way. Period. Okay? And again, a lot of it goes back to, yes, the conditioning of investing in yourself through education and, getting a degree and all that good stuff. And I'm not saying that you should not do that. But there's not a whole lot of talk about why it's important to invest in yourself on a personal development side, right? They don't teach you that in school. They're not teaching in school personal development, right? No. They're teaching you a skill set that you can then use to go out and get a job. Right? So investing in yourself on the personal development side is investing in yourself so that you can go out and create, so that you can go out and create your life, create your future, create your own money, create your legacy. Okay. And that is what this is about. That is about what entrepreneurship is, right? It is providing a service. It is helping people. It is you creating a lasting legacy that will be here well after you're gone, right? It is creating financial independence and abundance and freedom, giving yourself choices and options, period. And so, yeah, you have to invest on the front end, right? Before you get to that, land of milk and honey, you got to invest in yourself on the front end. But that is... such is life, right? That's with anything, right? If you look at nature, it's like a tree doesn't form or a flower doesn't bloom until the seed is planted and it's nurtured, right? So you're not going to flower, bloom, or expand or grow until you start planting some seeds in there, all right? So my call to you today is to start planting seeds, to really think about the reason why you're deciding that, nope, you're not going to invest in yourself right now, okay? To really think about the reason of what's holding you back. And to shift your mind from a place of, I don't have it to give, I don't have the money to invest in myself, I've got too much debt to pay off, I have this, I have that. Shifting your mind from that space to a space of, how can I create the money that I need so that I can invest in myself and accelerate myself further down my journey to get to where it is that I want to be. All right. So just think about, switch your mind to that place, because when you switch your mind to a place of looking for, positive outcomes, it will give you positive outcomes. But if you continue to leave your mind in a place of, scarcity and lack, then it's going to keep giving you reasons to stay in scarcity and lack. All right. So it's a simple shift. And yeah, it can be downright scary. I get it. It can be downright scary because a lot of us need to have a guarantee that if we invest a certain amount in something, we're going to get a certain amount back, right? Well, you definitely have to have some faith in yourself as well, and faith in the process. And having the faith but not doing the work, we all know that that's just dead, right? Faith without works is dead. So you can have all the faith in the world and say, well, I'm just going to believe that's going to happen one day. But if you're not putting in the practical action to help bring it to you, then you'll be saying that a year from now. And that is another thing to think about. What would you feel? What comes up for you when you think about this time next year, October 10th, 2018, and what would you think if you were in the same place 10/10/2018 as you are today? Okay? Because that should be the ultimate goal. Not being in the same place next year that you are today. All right? So I'm going to leave you with that. But before I go, I do have to share with you what I have for you. Breakthrough Bootcamp. Y'all have heard me talk about this for almost a week now, but Breakthrough Bootcamp is open. The second round of Breakthrough Bootcamp is now open. It is live, and it is my now 7-week course. My first round I only did 6 weeks, but I added some more content. So now it is a 7-week course. All right. And so I'm going to read to you here. I've got it pulled up because it's a lot and I don't want to miss anything. So I'm going to read to you here what Breakthrough Bootcamp is about. And then I'm going to leave you with the link in the comments for you to go check it out for yourself. All right. So like I said, so Breakthrough Bootcamp is a 7-week intensive of empowered and intentional elevation to get you clear, on purpose, and into massive action. All right. And when I say clear, I mean you're going to have amazing clarity around the things that are holding you back, the things you need to do to move forward, what you need to release in order to move forward. We're going to be talking about money mindset in this course. You know, what your money beliefs are, what your money story is, and how that is affecting you today and how to change it. We're going to be talking about journaling, which is an amazing transformational practice. And so every single week is a week of transformation. So let me just tell you here what we're going to be covering. So digging deep to get you crystal clear and intentional around the business and life that you desire. Confronting your inner critic and really understanding exactly what it is that's holding you back. We're going to do a deep dive into identifying your resistance and how it manifests itself in your business and life. We're going to be talking about journaling, like I said, the timeless practice of journaling and how this can help you get yourself into true alignment with your vision, money mindset. But each of the weeks, I don't have them broken out here, do I? Let me break down each week for you. So each week of Breakthrough Bootcamp is going to cover something different. So the first week is going to be about getting real. So getting crystal clear clarity and intention around your business and life. All right. Week 2, we're going to be talking about confronting your inner critic. How awesome is that? Confronting your inner critic. You're going to finally understand during this week exactly what holds you back. Your fears, your limiting beliefs, the negative self-talk, and some of the things that maybe you aren't even aware of that are lurking in the background of your subconscious that are keeping you from breaking through to your next level. Week 3, we're going to be talking about from resistance to flow. We're going to be doing a deep dive into identifying your resistance and how it manifests in your life. So things like procrastination, things like, confusion, because that is a pattern. Allowing yourself to get into a pattern of confusion, allowing yourself to get into a pattern of indecisiveness. It's all resistance. Inaction, not doing the things that you know you need to do. So we're going to dive deep into that and look into how that manifests in your life and get that cleared out for you so that you can show up in the way in which you need to show up and in the way in which you're created to show up and be in absolute flow. All right, week 4 is when we talk about journaling, and I'm going to be sharing with you some amazing, super simple techniques that will bring your desires into alignment and into the physical space of realization, okay? Week number 5 is all about the principle of release. So in this week, we're going to discover the things that you're holding on to, like hurt, emotions, trauma, wounds, past failures, certain thought patterns. So we're going to look at what that is that you're holding on to And you're holding on to it for a reason because it's keeping you safe in some way. So we're going to identify what that is, and we're going to work through the process of releasing it. Week 6, which is the new week, and I'm super excited about this, is breaking through to money. So we're going to be talking about your relationship to money, what that looks like, your money mindset, your beliefs, and how you are actually repelling money away from you. And week 7 is all about taking everything that we learned and worked through in week 6 and making a decision to commit to the new actions that you put in place for yourself. So during this week, you're going to actually create a purpose plan for yourself that you will take with you throughout, the rest of your business career and your life, that will help you stay in alignment and on course and elevating continuously through the next levels as you move on. Okay. There's awesome bonuses that I have included with this as well. There's over $600 worth of bonuses. The first one is a 30-minute breakthrough and alignment session with me. The second one is my morning manifestation guidebook, coupled with my Wake and Slay training. And then you're also going to get my magnetic boss babe training as well. All right. So you'll get all those bonuses when you register. And send me a message, you guys, if you have questions, if this resonates with you and you want to know what this would look like for us to work together. Send me a message. We will talk. And if you need to talk about payment arrangements or whatnot, send me a message. All right. So there's 2 different ways you can pay. You can pay in full up front, or you can do a payment plan option. All right. And I think I broke it down into three payments over the course of the 7 weeks. So I've made it super simple, super easy, and I've really made this into an absolute yes program. All right. So I will leave you with that. Hey, hit me with your comments, your questions below. Let me know what your thoughts are, what resonated with you, and what questions you may have. Leave those questions below too as well. Okay. And I thank you all so much for watching with me and for watching the recording and for being here live. And I will talk to you guys again later. All right. Remember, never settle. Your best business and best life ever is just on the other side of yes. All right. Talk later. Bye.